Hello friends, Music Man from his man cave, another episode of Stupid with Money. And so are you tired of living paycheck to paycheck? Well, I gave 1 through 5 in the other, I'm going to give now 6 through 10, and we're going to go after some big things to where you can actually really free up some cash and you can start saving and investing. This is where you can really make some serious damage to that paycheck to paycheck scenario. If you're willing, and if you have an open mind. Let's talk about it. Coming at you right now. First thing, do you own too much house? Is your mortgage so high? Are you house poor? Are you spending more than a quarter of your income on housing? If you are, you own too much house. It's pretty simple. So what you need to do is you just need to be making some steps to get out from under that heavy mortgage, sell that house, and get into a house that's more modest and meets your needs. How you do that, there's a million ways. I couldn't go into all the ways here, but I'm sure you can be creative, and I'm sure you can figure some things out. A lot of people, they're very, very impressed with these big mini mansions and so forth, 5 bedrooms and 3 baths and 3-car garage and all this stuff. And then they get into it and realize that people today can't live like that anymore. I mean, who's going to clean that? Do you have servants? Who's going to keep the yard of that monstrosity? I mean, that's a lot of work to upkeep that kind of property. And so you need to understand that if you're gonna buy a place like that, you don't own it, it's going to end up owning you. And 9 times out of 10, unless you're a multi-millionaire and you can afford to hire people at minimum wage to have your lawn beautifully manicured. Is that the word? Someone will correct me down. Probably laughing at me right now. I don't know what it is what you do to a lawn. I just mow mine and weed eat it. And so there's a lot of expenses that go. Who's going to clean all those bathrooms? Who's going to keep all those bedrooms clean? So there's only, now you and your wife maybe. Maybe there's you and your wife and a couple of kids. And you have 5 bedrooms? What do you need that for? Do you work out of your home? Is that the reason? Working out of the home, a lot of times it's simpler to have a small area to work, not a large room to collect more stuff. So the thing is there you go. I mean, that's going to help you out right there. That mortgage, the big house, it was a dream, and it can become a nightmare, and it can really hurt you. So that's the first thing to start looking at. Do I have more house than I need? It's just a house. It's not a home. It's a house. And if you're house poor, any way that you can, sometimes you have to take a loss and walk away. I've had friends do that, and now they're living really a lot better. So that's the first thing you have to go after if you're really going to save and invest. Don't have more house than you need. There's a lot of good, modest homes out there that with minor updating, like paint, and things like that, and wallpaper, they're going to look beautiful. So let's look at number 2. Again, this is going to sound like blasphemy, but do you have more car than you can afford? This is my rule. This is just my rule. If one of my cars gets totaled today, and I can't go out and write a check or hand someone cash for another car just like it, then I own too much car. It's pretty simple. If you don't have savings enough to write a check and replace that car that you're driving, then you basically are owning more car than you can afford. Pretty simple. There you go. So you can look at that. And I already talked about car insurance. So you need to look at that. Okay, number 3. So I'm really going to hurt you this time. Do you have a sacred cow? That's not even up for discussion. That there's no way on God's green earth that you're going to sell this. Just no way. You can't talk me into it. I'm not selling it. That is not off limits. I will not sell that. You cannot make me. You cannot make me sell this. No way. I'll tell you, every now and then, you have to. Every now and then, it's very important that you slaughter the sacred cow and sell it. Why? Because believe it or not, those Blu-rays are going to be replaced. You know why? Because Blu-rays, if you haven't noticed, are coming down in price. And so nothing is sacred. And there's always something better coming out. You'll probably be able, who knows what's coming out. It's something called laser view they're looking at right now. They're looking at now a disc this big. They can hold like all of your movies on it. Believe it. Or a chip that you can put into your computer. It holds, or you can put it into the side of your TV. Has all of your movies on it. The technology's there. It's just that right now they're looking at the cost effectiveness of it. And remember, Hollywood, they have to make money. And so there's this balance in economics, supply and demand, and they're afraid for you and I to get our hands on this, because then, oh my, we don't want them to get it too cheap, be able to get the movies too easily. We got to make money. Even Steven Spielberg is right now saying that they should make the movies at home more accessible and make a movie ticket $100 a ticket. Check it out online if you don't believe he said that. Steven Spielberg said movies should become a very, very grand experience, and it should be $100 a ticket. So nothing's sacred. Nothing is sacred. Nothing is sacred. Nothing. Be willing to slaughter the sacred cow at any time if you need to build up your savings. Okay, moving on. Just a couple more things to think about. How much are you eating out? When my wife and my daughter and I eat out, Wendy's, Hardee's, McDonald's, you name it, Burger King, name your favorite restaurant. Or a sit-down restaurant, you're going to probably increase $5, $10 to... I'd say when we eat out at a fast food restaurant, we spend about $15. And you're like, wow, that's a lot to spend. Just how much it adds up to be. And if you eat at a sit-down restaurant, you're probably talking for three adults now, $20, $25, because you got to leave a tip. So when the school year gets started again, we have to be really careful, and we're going to try to be better this year. But this is where it gets really expensive. I mean, say $15, and we eat out 4 nights a week, and that is not ridiculous. Believe me. It's not ridiculous. There are some people that eat lunch and dinner out. Believe it. So we mainly just eat dinner out. I eat my lunch, a packed lunch. So how much can that add up to? Well, $60 a week. In 2 weeks, that's $120. In 3 weeks, that's $240. In 4 weeks, that's $480 a month eating out. And you think that sounds like a ridiculous amount of money for eating out. That's how much we spent. We looked at it. We're spending like $480 a month eating out. So let's just round it up to $500. 5 times 12. $500 times 12. We're eating out in a year. $6,000 of eating out. Now you can cut that probably to a quarter of that cost by buying and eating at home. So ask yourself, how much are you eating out? You could have enough money to buy a car if you're eating out fast food by the end of the year. You could buy a nice car for $6,000, don't you think? Something to think about. One more thing. This last year we had a gym membership, and we discovered we hardly ever went. So we were paying like $60 a month for a gym membership that we didn't use. So $60 a month, you can do the math on the final. My math on that last one was kind of sketchy. So you can do the math on that. And so we, at the end of the school year, we cut it. We canceled our membership. And now what we do is we walk. And I like this elliptical machine that we have. It'll pay for itself very quickly. It's smooth. It's easy on my knees and my joints. From track and football when I was in high school, now I'm starting to suffer. And so I'm just saying that that's an easy way. I have a pull-up bar. I do push-ups. I do light weights, high reps. Those things, you need to be doing them. Stretching, the flexibility exercises are good for you. Also, how are you eating? Are you eating enough greens? You eating enough grains? Things that your body really needs. Things that will keep you healthy. Vegetables, fruits, carrots, And the last, you can congratulate me, in the last couple of months I've dropped 25 pounds. I had to. The doctor told me I was obese, and you can't believe that I'd get obese, but I did. So anyway, there you go. Some ideas to cut money and to live better. Don't be stupid with money like me. I'm still working at it. Hopefully we won't eat out as much. Hopefully I'll get on that elliptical machine more this next year. Wishing you the best. Take care. Bye.